Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another stream. Let me hold on. Notify live. All right. We live now. Cool. Sorry, I'm just getting everything organized. All right, we're all set up. Got a cup of coffee. Got two cats biting my toes. What up, Jomi? How you doing this morning? Good to see you. It's been a while, I feel like. How's your job? Yeah, early morning stream too. 5:30 a.m. for me. Check out the new aiming. I had a little aiming box thing to replace your cursor. So looking pretty slick right now. Yeah, you're all good, buddy. I know you started your new job, so. Dang, you're waking up earlier than me and I have to take a train to my job. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, thank you. It is looking pretty good. It's all networks too. I need to add like a arm swinging animation, I think. But I also need to fix the colliders because it's really hard to make colliders that match that like shape of the projectile. Because the projectile is such a weird such a weird shape, you know? I added a ton of new debug stuff. These are just, there's actual circles, but I'm just drawing a hexagon because it's less points. I guess it's pretty close. I might just make it a bigger circle. Lots of learning. Yeah, that's how it goes, for sure. That's cool, though. I haven't had to work on any real projects yet. Yeah. Next week I'm learning the whole SQL database structure. Nice. Yeah, databases are cool. Yeah, that's how it goes. There's always some ramp up period where you're not like actually doing any work. You're just learning how to do stuff, and you'll take like small tasks probably, where they'll want like some really small thing done. You'll do that for them, and you'll ask them basically how you do it all. At least that's my experience. It's like your first couple tasks is just you being like, "Hey, how do I do this?" But and reading documentation and stuff. What's up, Dracula? How you doing? Fun fact, we don't know what our database looks like because the company who writes the code doesn't want to give it to us. I mean, you must know some of how it looks like, right? So they reverse engineered the database structure. Yeah, that's such an important detail to know. Because like how you structure your database informs like how you're gonna structure your reads and writes. Good but tired? I'm also good, and I'm just a little tired. I made muffins the other day though, so it's a nice little breakfast thing. I was trying to text my friend this morning, and I was literally like 4:30, and I'm texting him on my phone, and then the phone slips out of my hand. I accidentally pressed the call button, and so it starts ringing to him, and I quickly like hung up. You know, it rung like one time, but I don't know if it like went through to him. He didn't text me back, so I assume it didn't wake him up, which I hope it didn't. But I'd feel terrible because it was super early, and I was half asleep. My phone slipped, but what can you do? Sometimes you just gotta wake people up, you know? Yeah, that's surprising that you guys don't manage your own databases. I'll go at 10 a.m. today. Dang. Sleeping in. Sleeping in big time. So are you overall liking your new job, Jomi? Or kind of meh? Went to a Christmas market yesterday with some friends. Oh, that sounds fun. It's really nice so far. Cool. Nice. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that. That's always a good, fun thing to hear about, you know? Colleagues are nice, good. That's honestly, that's like one of the there's like two important things for me when I get a job. One of them is that my team is good and like I get along with everybody on my team, or at least the people that I have to interact with on my team. I want to make sure I get along with them. That's one really, really big important thing. And also like as a part of that, like having a good manager, like the person that you report to, someone who doesn't stress you out all the time is also important. And then the other thing is like working on interesting like tasks. That's like the second most important thing. What I've learned is I think that when you work, at least for me personally, when you work for somebody else, I'll never be like super invested in my tasks, just because the stuff that usually needs to get done is usually not the really interesting stuff. So that's the price you pay to get paid, I guess. That's good. I'm glad everyone's helpful. Yeah, it can be a little stressful starting a new job. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because that's the one thing. Well, like the one advice that I would give people that would start working, like new people that would join my team, I'd always tell them like I would rather you like ask me more questions and like bother me more often at the start, rather than like go off on a tangent, do a bunch of work for a couple weeks, and then come back to me and ask me like, hey, does this look good? And then I'll just be like, actually, like you should have done it this way, and then like make you have to redo it a different way, you know? So it's better to ask people up front exactly what they want and make sure you understand, like everyone's got an understanding of what you're doing, rather than the alternative, um, which is like just going off on some weird tangent that you think is the right path, but it ends up not being the right path. Like it's better to confirm stuff early. That's my one advice. My one advice that you didn't ask for. I'm happy I didn't annoy my colleagues too much, going to his desk every 10 minutes to ask where I can find a specific info in a program. Yeah. No, but like seriously, like in my opinion, you should ask stuff like that. Stuff like questions like that indicate that there's missing documentation. And if you want to like really if you want to like make it, if you want to make people happy that you're asking these questions, then what you do is you ask them the question and then you document it. You find out the answer to it and then you write a document that holds all of those answers. Then the next person that joins, they just go through your document. They don't have to ask them next time. You can't save, like, because they didn't document it in the first place, you can't save them from asking it at all. But not on the documentation side. Yeah. So basically you consolidate that documentation. That's good. Sounds like you're doing good. Sounds like you're doing the right stuff. Also, this is going over WebRTC now. So UDP. I think you missed that stream, Jomi. The WebRTC stream. Or maybe you were there. I don't remember. We're there for 2 Fridays already, and every time we order food with everyone who's there. Oh, nice. That's super sick. We have 0 documentation. When I ask my senior, he's like, I don't know. Perfect. Well, if you write enough documentation, Dracula, you can take his job. I saw a bit about WebRTC, yeah. Yeah, WebRTC was a trial, but it finally works. Oh, not the one you implemented in it? Oh, gotcha. Oh, the system's made by somebody else and he left. Gotcha. That sucks. That's always super painful. I think these colliders, they need to be more centered on the bottom, but I don't really know exactly how I want to do that. Or actually, I should have the sprites be rendered higher up. I wonder if I should just have a sprite mount point here at his like at like his feet or something. On Thursday, there was a lot of people at work. Oh, you can work from home. Gotcha. Or because someone was giving a drink because he's leaving the company. Oh, nice. You guys were all having drinks. Man, I want to work where you're working. Just kidding. I can drink any day I want. Drink some kava? Is that tea? Kava tea? I know I've heard of kava. What's kava? Oh, Spanish sparkling wine. Champagne from Spain. Interesting. I don't think I've ever had that before. I don't really know what I want to work on today. I could either fix the colliders. Yeah, I've never had that. You drink a lot of it? Oh, really? I've had like champagne and stuff, but never kava. Let's fix the sprite rendering thing first. I think I have an idea of how I'll fix that. And then after that, maybe we'll do different collider types. Because I want these to be square colliders. Like I want to have square colliders and circle colliders. I think I can get most of what I need out of that. Like I think these ones, I can just have a big square collider. Or sorry, a big circle collider. Like for this one, I just make like a circle. And yes, that means that you might hit stuff behind you, but I can spawn it out a little bit further. Or I could grow it over time or something like that. When you go out to eat, you drink before you eat, or at the reception, there's kava. Oh, interesting. Wait, what do you mean when you go out to eat? Like, you drink before? Oh, like before your food comes, you drink kava? Interesting. That's interesting that that's like a thing. Like, I guess we'll like, yeah, at a restaurant. I see, yeah. We'll like drink. I guess, what do people do? Yeah, usually you get drinks first. Most people around here drink like beer, though. Like if you're just going out with people, usually people get beer. I don't really like beer though because it's super bubbly, it's super carbonated, and it makes my stomach fill up. So I'll usually get like something liquor, some cocktail or something. We drink a lot of beer in Belgium. I believe it. I believe that. I heard once they put more sugar in the champagne for the American market. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I've only had champagne and like mimosas. I've had champagne by itself before, but I very rarely will have champagne. It's like champagne's like a very like you have champagne at like a special event over here at least. You wouldn't have champagne for like a normal day. You'd have it for like, oh, it's someone's birthday, or like someone's getting married, or we just won an award. Oh, restaurants is usually wine. Yeah, people get wine here a lot too. Wine's more of like a fancy, like fancier occasions. You'd get wine. Oh yeah, special days for kava. Gotcha. Or champagne if you feel like spending the extra money. Nice. I very rarely feel like spending the extra money. Next week you're getting a new designer. Oh, nice. I hope she makes easy websites. Are you, is she the newest, is she, are you still the newest person until she arrives, Dracula? Like, is she the next newest person from you? Like, it was you, and then it's been nobody, and then now it's her? Nice. You get to show her the ropes. You get to be her onboarding buddy. I always enjoyed that. I always enjoyed, like, helping new people to the team. I always thought that was a very rewarding. Not you. Why not? Oh, other designer's gonna teach her. Why? I'm currently the youngest. How old are you, Jomi? I guess you're in college. You must be like 21 or something. 22 maybe. 22. Nailed it. Dang, I'm good. What's the next oldest person? Or what's the next youngest person, I mean? Oh, you don't know anything about design. Gotcha. Previous youngest person joined me who was 23? How many years ago was that? Everyone thought he was still 23. He's 27 now. It's been 4 years. Everyone's forgotten his birthday 4 times. Could you imagine? What a sad day. I think on the mount layer here, I'm gonna make a black mount point. Wait a second, am I on the right one? I usually use black as like the destination mount point. I hope we get a new programmer. Yeah. I feel like having programmers is like the most important thing. There's like 2 people who are 27, those are the youngest before. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I can't remember. On my last team, I was like middle of the pack, I think. There was some newish people, maybe like 23 was the youngest. 23, 24. And the oldest was probably 40 or something. I don't know. So I felt pretty in the middle. The oldest is probably a little bit older than that. But now I wait until someone younger than me joins. Yeah. Then you can be like, back in my day. You're gonna have 3 designers that just do the web design and not like the backend stuff. Yeah, your company is growing. Jeez. Is there more design work than programming work? I feel like usually there's more programming work than design work. Like usually it's like here's a team of programmers and like 1 designer. But I guess it just depends on what your product is. They do designs and some ads. Interesting. Add pictures and animations. Huh. Yeah, I'm not that familiar with like the ad space or how people do ads on websites. Like they're making ads to advertise themselves, or they're doing ads for other people who want to make ads to advertise themselves. Oh, for other clients, so for Facebook, YouTube. Gotcha. I see. That's cool. Let's see here. Client render. My cats are doing battle. I don't know if you can hear them scampering around the floor. Oh, you guys make them websites. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool. And host on the server and support it. Interesting. I had one summer internship where I made them where I made the company I worked for a website. Like I was the intern that like made their website, and oh, it was terrible. It was a terrible website. Believe me. I felt bad at the end of it because I was like, this is not good, guys. But they used it, so I guess it couldn't have been that bad. It's just so hard to make it look good, you know? Yesterday we passed some banks, insurance companies while going out, and I was like, hey, that's a client of ours. Oh, nice. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's cool to like become a part of like the big leagues, you know? Where like you work with these big companies that you've only ever heard of. That's what I like to get. Oh, they give a blueprint. You just need to translate it. Oh, nice. We'll do frame. We'll do frame.mount dest. This will be the destination. And we'll just draw it to this mount point. I think. Oh, I have to wait a second. Oh, does it shift everything off though? You have Adobe file with desktop and mobile versions, and then testing starts. We get like 1,000 bug reports. Ugh. My least favorite part. About spacing too short, not aligned to left, 2 pixels on the left. Yeah. Hey, client's always right, you know what I mean? Spend the whole day 2 days ago. Oh, spent the whole day 2 days ago running a manual test. Yeah. Oh, that's the worst. I hate doing manual testing. I try to automate that stuff as fast as I possibly can. Body mount. This is such a big clash of. Okay, draw takes that. Mount returns a glitch vec2. We'll change this to use the phi2. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. First manager test, then client test. The company who writes our code does automated testing. We do manual testing again. Because sometimes bugs do slip in. Yeah. Unfortunately, you just have to do some manual testing. Like, you can't just automate everything. Like, it's somewhat you have to be, someone's got to be there clicking buttons to make sure things work what they think like, that they should work like. And then you can kind of lock behaviors in. That's why backend's nicer, because you can get away with more automated testing. Like if this API call returns this API call, then you're pretty much like set, you know, like, hey, it works. It's more like programmatic anyways. The manager tests it like over 1 to 2 weeks. Dang. Oh yeah, because you're in banking, so that is important. I worked on a financial app maybe like 2 years ago or something, and that took a lot of like certifications. Like there's a lot of testing because you don't want to like bill people wrongly and things like that. You know, like those are big deals. So you gotta be very careful. Customers get very upset when they get charged too much or they don't get their money back fast enough or things like that. Got like 4 test environments. Nice. That's good. Testing is important for sure. I'm just gonna do this. Post another dev environment nobody uses apparently. Nice. That's how it goes. There's always some lingering computers out there that do nothing anymore. Every company's got them. Just sitting there wasting money. Okay, I'm gonna make this. I decided because I'm probably gonna make all of my stuff float 32. I have like a terrible last test environment has a copy of the actual production database. The environment was updated like 6 months ago. Nice. Yeah. Dev environment was up. Oh. Well, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I've where I used to work, they never did. I never saw this happen, but I always thought it was a good idea to copy the prod databases to like your test environments so that you could test with the prod data. But like mostly what they did for the test environment, they just had a completely different database that would be managed by the test environment completely. So it was always like everything was completely isolated. But I always thought it'd be nice to copy all the data over. That way you have like some amount of like realistic data, right? But I always thought, I don't know, I always thought that was strange. We're still using jQuery, but I'm trying to make them use Vue. Yeah, I don't know, these JavaScript frameworks that you guys talk about. You guys in your frameworks. It's an isolated copy because other test databases aren't representative of the real one. Gotcha, yeah. Oh, this is mirror, this is .x. .x. Wait, why? Oh. Wait, what? Oh, I want to do, that's right. These are all positions. Let's see here. We'll do hat point equals hat point dot add mount point. Hat dest point. Oh, this subtracts out that. That frame hat dest point. Hat point equals hat point dot sub hat dest point. Composition API is a bit weird. When you get it, pretty nice, similar to Svelte, but with a little bit more boilerplate. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've never used Vue. I've done a little bit of Svelte before, or Svelte. I don't know how you say it. I thought that was nice. The problem, I don't know. I feel like everything's super close to what I would want. I feel like they're just too most of these things are just too complicated. Like there's too many like small, I don't know how to explain it really. There's too many like small features you have to know about rather than like one general trend of how things work and that you just use everywhere. I'd rather like one hammer to use on everything rather than like a bunch of different utensils that do each do their own individual thing. Oh, the second one. What did I say? I said svelte. I think it's svelte's the right one. That was the second one I said, I believe. That's why svelte and solid because they're smaller. Yeah, yeah. That's why I like smaller frameworks. You know, like you do more with less. I like that. Oh. Float 64. Float 64. Oops. By 2. This needs to be a pause, I think. Okay. Everything still looks like it's drawing, kind of. Now, we have our types all over to float 64s, which is good. That's my motto. Nice. You have the emotes. Finally. It's been a while. You've been lagging behind. Oh, I didn't do generate again. It would be nice if just go generate ran every single time. Wowee. I kind of actually, oh wait, actually it's going the wrong direction. I kind of expected this though. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do body point by 2 dot pause, and then we're gonna draw with we're gonna subtract out the destination mount point of the body. All right, now the collider actually looks like it's in the right spot. It's hard because there's this other stuff in the way, but actually no, the collider looks completely wrong. Well, the collider's centered around It's weird because it looks like it's kind of offset to the right as well. My cat's playing with my other cat. He's growling at him. Hey, be nice. They're so cute. I almost like it how it was more. I don't know. I'm kind of torn here. Can you guys hear that? Little growls. All right, we'll draw with 0. With no shift. The problem is it's too high here. Stick art looks pretty nice. Thank you. Yeah, I actually got this idea from this game called Archvale that I followed on YouTube for a little bit. They have really cool art. They have really cool art, especially how they do like the art's really good, right? Where's the combat? Yeah, like how they do these swipes, I think is really well done. And I might like emulate that for the sword slashes. Oh, you can't hear the cats? It sounds like they're hurting each other. That's what it sounds like, but they're not. They're just like one's laying there and the other one's like biting his neck. This is more of a bullet hell game. But I don't know if you saw that the sword slashing is what I was trying to talk about. No, I guess I have to go back further. Yeah, like see how he like has it, it's like teed up, ready to swing, he swings it, and then it does like a slash attack. And it shoots a slash projectile out. I'm probably gonna do something very similar to this. Yeah. I think this game looks really fun. It looks like they did really well. Which I'm happy to hear about. They made it in Game Maker, nice. Hey, like it looks really well done. Yeah, I followed him on YouTube. That's how I heard about it. And then I saw he posted a video, which actually was a while ago, but I just saw it the other day. And it was like here's how our Archvale launch did or something like that. And he talked about like the final launch. I was like, wow, it really came together. But I kind of got that I got that idea for the rotating sticks. I think I'll probably stick with something like that. I think it looks good. I do need to change like the body position based off of how you're aiming. Like right now, you're just whichever way you're walking is how you're walking, but it doesn't make sense to like looking away. So you want to be like walking backwards, you know what I mean? Also, it looks like logout stopped working. Logout messages when I switched to WebRTC. One day you'll get there too. Thank you, Jomi. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope so. I sure hope so. Yeah, originally I was mounting the weapon to, like I had a weapon mount point. You can kind of see it here. This was the weapon mount point, this green one. And I started to realize like this is gonna look terrible. And then I was like, what did Archvale do? all the weapon mount point stuff. I do need to shift the... I don't know exactly how to do this. This works. The problem is this is going to be the center of where the collider is. And it's like, I feel like how you end up wanting it is you want like a circle. Like, you shouldn't be colliding up here because this part is like higher, you know? Like if you think about how their perspective is, like you wouldn't collide with this. You would collide with like a small ring around where they're standing, right? So I'm trying to make my collider look like that. So if I wanted to make it perfect, it would be an oval shape. And oval shapes aren't too hard to get away with, but I think it'll be more complicated than a circle. So I'll probably stick with a circle. I just want the circle to be centered around here, which really means that the position of the player should be, maybe this should be the mount point, like further up. Is it this one? Okay, we'll do there, 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 there. Let's see how that looks. That'll shift it down a little bit because it shifts based off of the center, but we'll see how this looks. Let's add the subtraction bit back in. Hang on. That looked weird. I don't know what you're talking about. That's the mount point. That's like the pivot point. Oh, body mount needs to be. Whatever you saw, that's your own fault. That's your own fault, Joe, me boy. As Conifer calls you. It is weird though that the collider shifted off. It shifted backwards. I wonder if my sprite is just not centered. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that one does look kind of weird. Sorry. We'll just jeez. Oh, did it shift up? It is weird though. I feel like this needs to be... Let's look at this again. Let's look again. Also, we're closing in on 100 streams. Isn't that crazy? We're at 75. 25 more to go. Actually, I started at 0, so we've got 24 more to go. Like, why is it so far back? I don't understand that part. I wonder if it has to do with this X mirror thing. I should make the person collider a little bit smaller. We'll make the collider. Body collider. Make this a 4. I have so much hard-coded stuff. Don't worry about the hats. It's just weird that I guess what happens is it's not, the sprite doesn't have a center point. Like if you look at the sprite, I think that, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, you know? So it ends up making the back stick out a little bit more. So I could probably, the easiest thing to do is to do do a width of like 17. Wait a second. No, I have to make him fatter, wouldn't I? No, I wouldn't have to make him fatter. This is right. This is right. So now the question is like, how far is this? That's 8. And that's 8. So now this is the center line. Let's try this. Nope. I need to make another cup of joe. I wonder why they came up with that cup of joe. I wonder if it was a brand or something. That looks pretty good. I'm fine with this as the collider. All right, so now all we have to do is we just have to shift the anim. Actually, that's the wrong one. It's this one. Oh, thank you, Jeremy, for the 2 new coins. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. I'm glad to stream when you're available. And just you let me know your schedule, and I'll accommodate. Thanks, I appreciate it though. Yeah, I didn't stream it like very much last week at all, so I figured I owed you guys. I think I did like a Monday stream, and then I didn't stream for the rest of the days. But thanks, man. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Obviously, now that you're a big time earner with your big banker job, drinking your kava wine on the daily. Oh yeah, what was I doing? I need to shift this. I like how YouTube defaults to 20. Does it really? Yeah, the daily office drinking. 20 euros would be a lot to give somebody on a in like a single donation, you know? That'd be pretty nuts. But like, yeah, that is kind of funny that that's the default. You'd think they'd just do, I don't know, like $1 or something. But who knows? Who knows what they do? My cat, next week we're invited to go to the Christmas party after work with everyone, so oh nice. Oh dang, that'll be fun. I feel like office Christmas parties can be a lot of fun. Ow. When my cat wants to play, he goes and gets, I have this little like this stick that holds like a little feather string or something, you know? And he comes, drops it on my foot, and then attacks my foot. And that means like, hey, come play with me. I'm pretty sure. Ow. Body mount. We just need to sub out the body mount as well. I think that'll fix it. Nope, that did not fix it. What did it look like before? Oh, it's in the middle. Some more chocolate milk with amaretto and Genever. I haven't heard of any. I've heard of amaretto before. I haven't heard of Genever or Yennever though. Yeah. Oh, my cats definitely want to play right now. Here, let me go. I'm gonna make another cup of coffee and play with my cats for really quick, and then I'll be back. We'll be back for more. We'll get this mounting system sorted with the new body shifting. But stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, cats are played with. Coffee is brewing. You say it like it's Jennifer. Oh, okay. It's hard. It's hard with you guys as Jennifer. Jennifer. It's hard with all these new words I'm learning. I'm talking to you Europeans. Gonna make some phone calls in French. Enjoy. I didn't know you knew French. I'm actually curious, how does this, what order, if I do this, what order do these execute in? Is it this, dot that? Probably goes left to right, right? Oh, this is wrong. Wait a second. Yeah, I shouldn't have do it twice. I should just do it once. There we go. Hats are back. Though that looks like it's in the wrong spot. Oh, I bet that's because I shifted the size of the thing of the body sprite to center this a little bit better. It seems like just a little off still. Whatever. It's good enough, I think. If people don't get hit because they mixed one pixel there, that'll be okay. It's not about perfection either. It's about good enough for now. So also there's a little bit of like wiggling going on up there. But what happens is the server, like there's some messages that are en route that say that the health is something, and the client detects that there was a hit, so he tries to drop the health, but then the server says, oh, actually the health is this, and the server finally corrects itself later on. All right, let's fix the collider on the projectile now. Projectile. I don't know, let's try 16. I think I need to change this in 2 spots too. How's France? How's talking to the French? Was it good? Do you know French, Jomi? Oh, it's in this file actually. Oh, this is for that. I guess I spawn the projectile the same way each time. Okay, then just the body collider gets changed, but it's from here anyway, so that's okay. I was able to understand what the other person was saying, so it was good. Yeah, I should know French as I was taught French at school for 10 years. Dang. That's a lot of French. That's a lot of French learning. Maybe a little bit too big for that sprite. We will tweak it. Not a problem. Put a 12. This will probably be what I stay at. We'll see what it looks like though. That seems pretty good. The only downside though is like behind him. When I shoot this way, there's a little bit around behind him that can spawn. So I should spawn the projectile out a little bit, you know? Like I should spawn it out here. Like the starting point should be at a certain position offset. When I make the projectile, I give it a pause. Oh, I pass the pause in. So what we can just do is we can do AG. See where new projectile gets called. It gets called, oh wait, AG, new projectile. Because it's all from this activate thing. We can just offset it by a little bit. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's crazy. It's the second most used language in Belgium. I had no idea. I think Spanish, in America, it's probably Spanish is the second most used. So that's what people usually learn here, like when they're in school. but most people only take it for like 2 years or something, so you just know a little bit of Spanish. And I never took Spanish, so I don't know basically any. But what can you do? I almost want to have it. It kind of depends on the weapon, I guess. How far out it wants to start shooting from, I think. So we'll move the pot to do weapon should determine how far out the shooting starts. Because like the weapon should know exactly where the pause should be spawned. This is the position of the body. So we'll make a new pause, which is going to be called start pause or shoot pause. I don't know. We have an aim pause. Oh, well, you guys have, how many official languages do you guys have? That's crazy. That's a lot of different languages. That's pretty wild. Yeah, it's almost over here. It's almost exclusive, at least in the part of the area or part of America I live in. It's almost exclusively English or Spanish. There's like some Portuguese, but I think it's pretty close to Spanish. Dutch, French, German. Okay. Dang, so you know a little bit of all of them. That's cool though. I kind of regret not having learned a language, but I know a lot of programming languages. I'll stick with that. So this will be the normalized aim vector. Then we can just reuse this. Oops. So we'll scale it up by the speed, and that'll be the velocity that the projectile moves at. We'll take our position, we'll add in the normalized aim, but we're gonna scale this by some distance. Start dist. I'm gonna do 10. The weapon should determine that though. I'm gonna call it spawn actually, spawn pause. Yeah, you know more programming languages than me, and you also know more like speaking languages than me. Scaled. So you know more everything than me, pretty much. All right, cool. Now it starts out a little bit further. So that way that prevents you from like shooting things behind you. Like for example, now we can stand here, shoot down, and we won't hit him. But if you stand like right on top of him, you still hit him, which is fine. Because if I was here shooting someone, I'd want to hit them. If I was here shooting someone, I'd probably want to hit them too. I guess I wasn't, but it's very close. That's why I'm on the board. I'm just overall better than you. Dang, I missed that message. Whew. All right, Jomi. All right, Jomi, you just started a war. Them are fighting words. Tweaked colliders. I know. How do you ban people on YouTube? I just need to figure this out. New bot's gonna ban you for being mean, for being hurtful. Oh, let me get my coffee. I'll be right back. All right. Oh yeah, there's two things I was thinking of doing next. One was, I want to always be looking at the direction you're aiming at, rather than the direction you move at. What was the other one? Oh, I wanted to have projectiles hit the walls and stop. Like you shouldn't be allowed to shoot through walls. Let's look at how let's do the walls one. And they're both pretty simple though. But those are my famous last words. When we add a wall, we make a circle collider. This should eventually be square, but circle's good enough. This is just for, this isn't for movement collisions, because movement collisions are handled by the tile map. This is just for things flying into it, so. This is the wall layer. I think it shouldn't hit anything. But then when I set up the projectile hit layer, should be body layer or wall layer. This is a bit mask. Time to reveal today's language. The winner is PHP. I've written PHP like once quite some time before. Yeah. I used to, I actually tried to make a game with PHP. Way long ago. Maybe like 8 years ago. Maybe, actually maybe less. Dracula's excited. Is that your favorite language, Dracula? Besides Rust, of course. Obviously Rust is your favorite language, but is it a close second? What was it about? It was like a there was this game. There's this game called, what was it called? So I don't know, something nations or something like that. PHP top 10. That's pretty high actually. I think it's definitely below top 10 for me at best. The game was called Hexagon Nations though. That was the idea. It was like you would have a little plot. Here, let me draw it. I've like always wanted to build online games. I don't know if you've noticed, but basically like oops. Like you can take like hexagons, you know? Like that. This is terrible. Oh gosh. Okay. You're gonna have to deal with, I'm not gonna draw hexagons, but like I'm just gonna draw circles. Gosh. It was basically a big hexagonal grid, and you would play a game. The gameplay would be kind of like Civ or something like that. What, you want to make an online game? Why don't you just do it? Go start right now. I should. Maybe I'll make an MMO. But basically, you'd have hexagon grids, and you'd have some plot inside of this, like a big hexagon of little hexagons. I don't remember. Oh, this is wrong, but I don't remember if they match up properly. Like if hexagons fit inside hexagons, but somehow you'd have like a grid of your hexagons, and that's like what you could build on, and you would try to capture other people's hexagons, kind of like that. It didn't get very far, but I had like basic movement. It was online. It was all on a website though. But yeah, that was one project long ago. But I think I'm gonna, I might try to turn this into an actual game, this MMO project. Make like more like devlog style videos about it. Because because I feel like it's coming along pretty well. Like I'm pretty content with how it is. I think I could reduce bandwidth a lot further. And I feel like I've solved a lot of the really hard problems. There's still some synchronization stuff, which is still baffling me a little bit, but I think I could eventually figure it out. What was I doing? Oh yeah, hitting colliders. I changed this so that it's gonna hit that now. Now in the I think I have a attack. I think it's in the attack. In the attack file, I have the damage component. When the damage component hits right now, it wait, where is it? Oh, actually, I have a. I think it's called physics. I have a check collisions thing, which checks the collisions and then handles them. So I'll have extra logic in here, which just says if. So right now it checks to see if the thing, because it's you have a collider cache, and this holds the things you've collided with, and then you also have a damage component. So I'm just going to check to see if and then I loop through the things you've collided with the last frame. If the thing you've collided with is a wall, well, could walls have health? Apparently I don't have PHP installed. That's a pretty easy solution, I think. But actually, that might be a hard solution for you because of how limited you are on hard drive space usually. Actually, yesterday I was doing a ton of Go builds, and it filled up my tempter. My temp directory got completely full, and I literally couldn't build anymore. I guess I haven't restarted in a while or something. The solution is easy, the storage is hard, but what if? What if what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say delete damager is false. If the delete damage ever gets set to true, then you want to delete it. So we'll check to see if it has a health component. If it has a the thing we hit has a health component, we'll reduce it, and we'll also delete damager becomes true. If we want to read the collider, I'm gonna change this to target health. Phi2.circle collider world target ID. That way it's clear which health it is. Target collider. So we'll just do if target collider dot dot layer equals wall layer. Then we'll delete the damager. Like so. What if I get a Volter instance? Oops. All right, now this should hit the walls and stop. Cool. We can't shoot each other over walls. Perfect. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. What if I get a Volter instance and write an API endpoint to run my PHP code? That is an option. Does Volter let you pay by the hour like that? Or by the minute? Dracula, you can run on the local machine too, right? Jomi has no hard drive space, so he's gonna pay money. He's gonna pay money to use someone else's computer because he doesn't want to delete files. Just buy a flash drive. Can't you buy a flash drive and like just run everything off your flash drive? That would be so slow. Get an external hard drive, like a it's $250 a month. Yeah, that's pretty cheap. External hard drive. Delete projectiles when they I don't think I can change Brew's install directory. Oh, is it its own like partition? Homebrew has its own partition to install stuff? That'd be ridiculous, I feel like. I don't know. I have like one big partition, then I have a tempter partition. Which I'm actually I might try to permanently upgrade my tempter to be like 16 gigs or something. Because sometimes I'll do video editing and it'll use the temp directory and it'll fill it up. Okay. php-ash localhost. Oh, that's cool. My cat's sticking his paw in his water bowl. I wonder if something fell in there. What a weirdo. Okay. When we do animations, so before I was setting the direction based off of the last direction you moved in, but now I'm going to change that logic and I'm actually going to use the inputs aim direction as the direction equals, I'm just gonna say left if anim dot, or if input dot I cannot remember what it's called. I just looked too. Target pause there down here. If input dot target pause dot x is less than 0 or is greater than 0, that means we're aiming to the right. I'm gonna comment all these ones out. What's up, Yusuf? How you doing today? A local server? He's trying to do some PHP today. Oh man, this was probably the longest sleep I had this whole month. What's up, nerd? How you doing? I know you're not talking to me. You can get SSD and use it to use true USB. Oh, I didn't switch. That's interesting. When I push left, though, he goes left still. Anim direction, left. Anim direction. Let's just do a search for dot direction. Let's see, that's 346. 348. Very weird. How you doing today, Conifer? You having a good one? How long did you sleep for? What a strange, here's what we'll do. We'll do direction. We'll just use direction. And we'll remove from the render, we have direction. We can remove that. It's 5 minutes till 12. Jeez, buddy. Oh, the problem is that, well, this can get removed still, but the problem I'm having is just that all of this is completely wrong now. Let me just comment this out. Normally I wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. even on the weekends. Nice. I woke up at 4:30 this morning. I was trying to text my friend this morning, and I accidentally called him at 4:30, but it would like ring once, and then I hung up immediately. And he texted me back. He just said okay. So I think he didn't get called. I hope. So we'll see. You never know. I know. Well, I feel like if it did wake him up, he probably been like, "What the heck, dude?" So, I think I think I'm in the clear. I think I'm all set. Run plus direction. So if we're ever running, we'll run. Else we want to do this thing. So if we're still kind of far away, then we we'll do that. Else we will switch to idle. And then I can remove all of this terrible logic. All right. I hate when I move my mouse over to the right side because I'm reading chat or something and then all my windows pop up over there. This did not work. Perfect. Hold on, my cats are getting into something. Let me be right back. Yeah, I don't know what they were like playing with their water bowl, like sticking their paws in there and like pulling water out. Oh, they're still doing it. Okay, cool. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go pick up their water bowl. I don't want to clean this up later. I'll be right back. Okay, they stopped. I'm all set. Oh, they're being curious. That's for sure. Oh man, I missed a lot of messages. Sorry. What OS? I usually use like Debian. What is he doing? I wish I could show you guys. He's just like sticking his paw in the water and scraping it out. Like it's a toy or something. What a weirdo. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with very many distros. I think most of them are probably pretty good, but I don't know. Just want something that's stable. I just had some dude with the from the Raylib Discord call me by accident at 6 a.m. then message me 50 minutes later. Sorry, Butterfingers. Dude, what? That's annoying. You put your app in a container, it doesn't matter which OS you. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's also a container called Scratch, I think, which just doesn't have anything. But I guess you might need Alpine if you need actually I don't really know what the difference between Alpine and Scratch is. Well, Alpine JS. I don't know what that is. I thought Alpine was a Docker type. I'm gonna use Arch then please, Mr. Unit and Kenta. Hey, I think Arch is viable. I think there's a specific Arch distro or a specific Arch for using on servers, because Arch is usually a little bit unstable. Yeah, Arch can break because of updates. Because Arch is gonna literally update everything to the very, very latest always. So you want to protect yourself a little bit from that. But that said, I've never had any problems on my Arch desktop. Everything's kind of just worked, but it's a possibility for sure. VO Debian, just remember to go SID. What's SID? He thinks he's a crab. Did you give the cat some Rust books or something? Clear Linux. I haven't heard of that one. I'm a victim of Arch breaking. I've had it break, but I've had it break for like little things, like little desktop things, mostly like mostly like weird UI issues I'll have, you know. So nothing like that's too terrible. But I've never had it like break. Actually, I have had it like break, but that was, I think, because I did something. Actually, I don't remember what it was, but something got messed up. I was able to fix it, but I think I was doing something weird. Like I uninstalled something I shouldn't have. Run, idle. Debian unstable, Kappa. All you do is change the repo, that's all. So you get more up-to-date packages. You always do something weird, so I'm not surprised. Hey, it's just who I am. I gotta be my true authentic self. Why don't you animate right? It's like the direction's not being picked properly. Input target pause dot x. Oh, this is the target pause, not the aim vector. Dot sub pause. That's why. Why circles for building collisions? Because it's all about performance. Look at this shit. I like how, do you see they're both reading the same input? Also, why is this guy's hat so messed up? Oh, it's way shifted because of that sprite tweak I did. That explains why I feel like I can occasionally sink into them. No, that's because I had bad collision detection code. Despite this looking weird, my collision detection code's a lot better now. Before, I would shift your whole vector in. I would shift the whole movement vector in, and if it collided, I'd move you back. And then I did some really weird stuff to like find the angle to move you out this way, but it was really hard on corners, you know? But then I realized, oh, I can just do them I can do the axes separately. So now this isn't pushed to, I haven't deployed this yet, but now what I do is I move you in the X direction. If you collide with something, I just move you back. And then I move you in the Y direction. If you collide with something, I move you back. Yeah, so now it's a lot better. I tweaked the sprite though, or like you can see debug. Like the sprite, the collider's still too small for the sprite. But I was having some trouble centering the sprite. Yeah, corners were what really messed me up. I should have just done this the whole time though, done the way I'm doing it now, which is just do each axis separately. Because now the resolution's a lot cleaner. But on wall collisions, or sorry, rather on tile map collisions, it's all based off of which tiles you overlap with. So like these are tiles, they're wall tiles, so you collide with those just naturally. So they're actually technically squares. I'm just drawing them as circles. Because there's two types of colliders on the walls. There's the tile map collider, which is what I'm bumping into now. Then there's like more like dynamic colliders. So this projectile hits the dynamic collider, and the dynamic collider is actually a circle. I don't really know how to phrase it other than calling it the dynamic collider. I want to change it to be squares though. But this works. I want to fix this sprite thing though, because I want this to be just perfect. It's weird that when you switch sides, it like your hip kind of pops out, you know? I guess with collisions, you can also set up callback events, how they look if yes. He dancing? Do 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 do. His little jig. I don't like I'm really not a fan of callbacks. I'm not a fan of event-based things. I feel like event-based programming always makes me end up unit of karaoke win. I'm actually like terrible at singing, but I'm really good at sound effects, as you guys well know. Also, it's kind of weird that when you zoom in, this gets bigger. I feel like that should be the same size, regardless. That's because it's drawn on the world space, and it's not. I need to do that. I need to change that to be screen space. Is it giving you epilepsy? I'm sorry. Sorry, buddy. Let's see here. Let's fix the sprite thing, because I don't like, this looks terrible. Like I really need to have the collider be, or I can make the collider a little bit bigger. If anything, almost motion sickness. Do you get motion sick? Oh, you do? Dang, bro. Let's see here. That is 8. That is 8. So this is the center. That's the center line. Ever since a kid, it stayed with me. Oh, weird. Yeah, I've never really got motion sickness. Actually, doing VR, wearing VR headsets can make me a little bit motion sick. But the newer ones actually don't do that too much. I feel pretty good on those. And then like obviously like windy roads in mountains will make me sick for sure. Yeah, their VR headsets are pretty good now. The thing that makes you motion sick, I think, is that there's like sometimes there's a delay with when you move your head with how the camera like tracks. But now I think it's actually pretty high refresh rate. So it's pretty hard to notice. I don't know why. Well, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I make the collider size? Whoever thought adding motion, yeah, I always turn motion blur off. It's such a terrible effect. It's just like, let me make this harder to see. Let me make everything harder to see. It's like, no. No, thank you. No, thank you, please. Player. Oh yeah, body collider. I'm doing 4, so that's why there's a bump, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to make him 4 on each side. I guess I can make him just a little less chunky. A little bit thinner. That look weird. It's console on Volter, but it reads input as QWERTY. Oh really? They should watch my stream where I fix that problem. Unbelievable. Well, this is hard. This is a hard comparison because these are different frames of an animation. Does this look okay, you think? I like this. I'm gonna make him smaller, but keep his eyes kind of far apart. Now I'm trying to figure out where the damn M key is. M is M is next to N. M is 1, 2. Oh, actually, I have a weird keyboard. I don't even know if I can. I don't even know if I can advise you. QWERTY is the only true layout. Agreed. Big time agree. Try middle clicking. Sometimes middle click will paste. Actually, I think I like this better now. I feel like that looks better than how it looked before. Like this looks so fat. What is this? Why does he look like that? Wait a second. I want to do... I'll just copy all this. Alright, that looks good. I'm not going to type a 10-character long password without being able to see what I type or what key I will press is actually translated to. That's true. That sounds really challenging. Alright. Alright, Conifer. A good comparison of unit when he worked at the Java dev, old sprite, and new one. A new unit on Golang and unemployed. Yep. I've thinned out. Oops. Yeah, dude, this guy was a big chungus for sure. Why'd you do that? Watch me, I probably messed up all of these. Like, look how fat this guy looks. It's ridiculous. Which one of you guys told me this was good? All right, let's see here. Does that look weird? Feel like that? That? Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine. Plot twist, the sprite is based on unit. You told yourself when you looked at it when you looked into the mirror. Hey man, I'm not that skinny. No, I'm pretty skinny. You guys have seen my hands, so you can probably tell. I'm pretty tall too. Which makes me look even skinnier. If I was shorter, I'd look like look yoked. I saw your whole body so I can tell. Yep. Every square inch. Every square inch you've seen, Conifer. Skinnier than the average American, definitely. Most definitely. Look at that. Looks terrible. I'm gonna make the I don't like making the collider bigger than the sprite because then it makes you register hits that like I'd rather the people be like, oh, I got away with something, you know, like a little margin of error, than like make the sprite bigger and it's like, oh, I got hit when I feel like I shouldn't have gotten hit. But it looks bad. I'm seeing a different collider for going over the walls, or you can make the wall colliders just a little bigger. Collider looks good on the other player though. Yeah, I think the colliders look fine here, but on the I feel like on the wall, I'm still a little bit too tight. Like, see how I can here. All right, see you, Jimmy. Yeah, I might be still streaming. I know I gotta eat at some point too. I guess it's only 7:20, but see, I'm like half in the wall. That's really hard to. There we go. Because one wall, I'm behind one wall sprite, but I'm in front of the other. I should be further right though, so you don't see that. Yeah. So I want to fix that. I think the way to fix that though is to, I think these colliders are good. I think these colliders are not good though. I want to make this collider a little bit bigger. I don't know why actually that's happening. Oh wait. What did I call this one? Input, I think. I pretty sure I put them. I'll make them rightfully square. They are square. It's just uh like what here's the logic, right? I have my collider and I get the overlapping tiles of my collider, and then if you're overlapping a collider that you shouldn't be able to walk into, i.e. one that has an entity attached to it, like a wall, then you can't, it'll basically say it caused a collision and move you back. So really there might be some bug in here, which is actually let me do this really quickly. Let me do this. When I draw my colliders, I'm using a line width of 1. Let's make it 0.1. It'll make it really thin. It'll be a tenth of a pixel. But it'll be more accurate. So this is the actual collider. So you can see that that's lining up like perfectly. So maybe I should make the collider just a little bigger. That's actually what I need to do. Because I think once I had the 1 pixel wide collider, it makes it look a little bit bigger than it should have been. Don't make it a tenth. I'll make the printout a little bit smaller. Why are they so thick to begin with? I like them thick. I mean, just because 1 was an easier number. I can do 4.5, I guess. I think that 4.5 gets rounded up to 5 or something in some math. Hold on, I need to move my curtains because my cats are trying to climb them. Be right back. All right. Yeah. So now it's That's good enough. This is fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah, it is being pushed a little bit too much. I think that there's some I have a circle collider. This is a float radius is float 64. I think there's some rounding error happening when I look up the physics. No, it's in get overlapping tiles. I think that there's probably some no, these are still float 64s. So it shouldn't be a rounding error. We can just, let's try to go a little bit lower. I was thinking there's gonna be some casting to end. It's weird. It's like it's not changing. Oh, it's only on this side, huh? Oh, that's kind of weird. I guess I was going the wrong side. Wait, that's not good then. That implies that this side's checking a little bit differently. I see the big gap there. When I go to this side, there's no gap. What I This might be a problem. This might be caused by this logic where I just switch back to the old position. Yeah, I only went one way before. So I think maybe because I only switched back to the old position, it like it keeps buffing me off. What I should do is I should figure out what the distance is to the wall, like the closest I can go to the wall, and go to that distance. Let's do that. If it caused a collision, how would I detect this? I guess I could get the overlap depth. I guess I know the tile position, don't I? It's hard though, because if I don't go all the way, I'm gonna leave it how it is. I don't care. I don't think it matters that much. But it is something to think about. So. All right, let's see here. We fixed the animation stuff. I'm gonna delete all this. I have a bad habit of leaving around commented code on my commits. Ow. Made the mistake of letting my cats play with bad habit of leaving to-dos. Yeah, that's definitely a bad habit. Made the mistake of letting my cats play with my socks, just like an old sock. Now they attack my feet whenever I wear socks. Stop biting me. Ow. All right, all right. We fixed animation directions. Cool. These kittens are little menaces. Little menaces. All right, guys. What to work on next? I guess we could fix that. I do kind of want to make everything square colliders. I know once they grow up, I'll start complaining that they're lazy. Yeah, I'll be like, hey, come play with me. Yeah, you might be right. Wouldn't that be a crazy change? Um, I guess we could make the attack animations a little bit, or we can add attack animations. I was gonna say make them look a little bit better, but we literally just don't have any, so. I like that swinging animation that Archvale did. So you have the projectile that gets shot. Also, this needs to be animated too. Oh, well, let's fix the cursor thing. Crosshair. Stick swipes. Yeah. Well, like how he has it. Well, in Archvale they have like it's like the sword is held on one hand on like the right side, and then you swing and it's held on the left side now. So he like alternates left and right, which that looks good. And then it seems like it just rotates through, like it just slashes around. Kind of like if I move my cursor like this. Here, I'll show you. Like it looks like if I went like this, whoosh, 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 like that. But I could animate that. Also sound FX warning. They should put me, you know those those beatboxing competitions? That's where I belong. Yes, the sound. Could you imagine if I did? Oh, I would. That would be hilarious. Imagine playing a game where it's just got like all the sound effects are just me going like and stuff like that. Oh, that would be hilarious. Gosh, the whole game. And then the music is just me doing like do 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 do. Oh golly, that would be hilarious. That would be the most amateur. Yeah, just me beatboxing. That would be so funny. I would buy a game that has that. Game on a budget, exactly. That's just like the ultimate budget game. Like, didn't even want to go online to like download some music for free or some sound effects for free. Oh, that would be so funny. That's hilarious. All right, I basically just need to draw this without the camera because the camera is what's zooming in and out. Most hyped game of the year. I'll be right back. I need to go to the bathroom first. All right. All right. Oh yeah, we were fixing the cursor. I completely forgot what I was doing. That's the hardest part about programming. It's just not remembering what I was working on. Would it be cheating if I just take the screen position? I'm just gonna get the mouse position. You sure this isn't just you? Oh, it's definitely me. I'm pretty forgetful, I think. Compared to, I feel like compared to most people, I feel like I forget a lot of stuff. So now we don't have to read input, which is nice. I'll just comment this too. We'll just pull out the stuff we want. This will be a good enough approximation to what the input is. But instead of using the input target position, I'm just gonna use the mouse position. The problem though is this isn't world space anymore, so I have to, draw it. I'm trying to think of how I do this. I feel like I know I've done this before. Camera. Where do I use the camera? Capture input, that's fine. Camera zoom. Oh, I need to draw this. Hmm. That's for the group. That's for the UI group. I don't really want to add it as a UI element. I'd rather it be like a game element. I'd rather just have the camera. Where does camera get applied? That's what we need to look at. At the top of our draw, there's probably, yeah, set uniform, projection view. And then we draw the path. So I almost need like a screen space pass then. What's up, Jiomi? Welcome back. How was lunch? What'd you have? Well, I guess what I can do is I can just unproject based off of the camera, and that's probably is just fine. That way it's in the same draw call. And that way it can be batched more more easily. So I guess I go back to this way, huh? Where is camera unproject? I have to unproject the point. Hmm. I have to do two. I have to kind of do two on projections. One, I have to get the position. I'm trying to think here. Pork potatoes, carrots, and broccoli. Nice. Sticking time. What does that mean? What is sticking time? Sticks? Stick time? Maybe I just make another pass. Like a screen space pass. That doesn't seem too terrible. Let's look at render pass. Let's go to the problem is I use the same uniforms for every like set uniform where we have uniforms that get applied. So when I set the camera uniforms before I do the pass.draw to the window, all the uniforms get bound to the shader. I could make another render pass, which is just for screen space. We'll do that. We'll make one, we'll call it screen pass. And it'll be on top of the render pass. Or maybe it'd be nice to have layers. Assign uniforms per layer. I don't know, that might be kind of hard. Whatever. Pass, window pass. Oh, actually, I might be able to just use the window pass. No, I cannot. All right, we're just going to we're going to translate it based off the input, and then we're going to we just need to unscale it really. And then there's gonna be some scale factor, which is gonna be scale. Where are you? Camera. Position? Oh, zoom. We want to do. I think it's 1/. We need to undo what the camera is going to do, you know. I think these might be float 32s already. All right, we'll scale it. To undo the camera scaling, we'll translate it. We'll see how that works. We don't have to do it. We don't have to deal with setting up a new render pass. All right, I guess these are not. This needs to be a 1, though. You don't want to scale to 0. All right, now it's the same size. It's the same tiny size. Now we can just scale it up. But at least it's normalized based off of the camera. I don't know. 4. A lot of crosshair scale. I might make like a global like UI scale or something like that. Oh wow, that's way too big. Sorry, don't look on for. I have to zoom. I'm gonna use the there's a little bit of lag with this because I'm using the input component. I was busy anyway, just got back. Perfect. Whew. Close one. Close call, guys. Almost got in trouble again. Because what I can do for the translation is I can do when you get the mouse position, float 32 mx, my 0. We'll unproject the crosshair pause. Air pause. We'll set it back to itself. And instead of this one, all we have to do is that. That should be correct. All right, now it shouldn't lag when I zoom. Perfect. The reason is because the input only gets collected on certain frames because it's technically like a fixed tick input. So when I was zooming, it was using the old position rather than the new one. So now it's a little bit smoother. I think I'll make this scale a little bit smaller though. It seems a little bit too big. Three seems like an awkward size though. We'll see what it looks like. Three seems a little too big too. We'll just do two. Twice as big. This seems pretty good. Maybe like I feel like I want between 2 and 3. We'll do a little binary search. Find the auth. Oh, we hit it right here. This is it. Cool. All right. This I can put here. All right, let's see here. That's the scale. That's a configurable. Then we do some scaling. I'll get the mouse position up here. I'm actually gonna do this. I'll organize like this. Then we can do mat dot scale dot. Oh, that's terrible. Dot translate. And we can draw it. All right, cool. Looks good enough. Fixed crosshair scaling. All right. What's next? I feel we're just we're hammering stuff out today, huh? I actually might be able to sit down because my cats seem to be asleep. I'll be right back. I'm gonna lower my desk, so I'm gonna mute myself. Do you not want to hammer things down? No, I want to hammer them out. Oh, it feels so good to sit. I've been sitting the entire time. 2 hours and 19 minutes. Because if I don't, if I sit and my cats know I'm sitting, they'll come jump on my desk. Why do that to yourself? Because my cats will just come here and like expect me to pet them the whole time. You need a masochism? I know. My legs are tired, let me tell you. That's the point of owning a cat, to pet it at all times. Those looks terrible. At some point I need to finish my net code. You are its slave. I know. They're the captains now. But this is good. It's not getting destroyed. It's not colliding with the thing, with the wall. This makes sense to collide, I guess. I mean, how often are you going to be standing in a corner, though, you know? I need to fix this debug printout. I'm not going to do netcode today. I needed a break from it. What happened to this guy's hat? It's like off. Oh, it's off by a half now because I changed his size. I probably have to go fix all the hats, huh? Let's do that. Let's fix some hats. Let's fix some hats. Okay. I think all I do is that. Let's open up the man here. Let's see what we got. That's the center line, I think, right? 8, 8. How far across is this? 16 or 17. This is 16 across. So I have to go. We go 17 wide. What did I change here? Okay. Let's see here. Does that just fix it? Wouldn't that be nice? No, it needs to be shifted backwards once. Oh, a cat woke up. And he's on my desk. First thing. Hello, you. I just can't help petting them when they climb up here, even though I need to train them not to do it. They're just so soft and cuddly. Yep, no more sitting. They very aggressively target my hands though on my keyboards, and they like push their face into my hands, so I'll pet them. What are you doing? All right. I can do some one-handed coding. Let's see. Ow. Okay. You're crawling on my shoulder like a parrot. Oh yeah, I wanted to fix the position of this. I think I think I can just change the mount point actually. Oh. Stepping on my keyboard, okay. I don't know what buttons you hit, but you hit a few. Come on, let's hop down. Sorry, I'll mute. That was my desk going up. Was it loud? Wait, what changed here? Ah, okay. Oh, I went the wrong direction. I thought it was someone revving their engine. If I open this again. Man, how do you keep jumping up here? You're such an acrobat. When they suddenly close your terminal. I know. Alt F4. I always shut down my stream. Ah, I think it's timeline. There we go. They're cats. They're better at coding than me though. Man, that's such a big jump. How do you do that? This is scary for my future. Alright, cool. I pushed my chair far enough away, he couldn't make the leap. Always found another route. Did it not regenerate? Did I not save this? Oh, I only changed one. Okay, that looks fixed. All we had to do was bump the thing back a little bit. Yeah, dude, this cat can jump super high. Like probably like 6 or 7 times his height he can jump. He's pretty small too. Oh, he definitely spent his experience points on jump height. Okay, one hat is fixed. But I'm probably just gonna call it here. Like I need to go eat and also play with my cats a little bit more. They're getting a little bit they're getting a little sad, I think. They need some entertainment. It was fun though. We got a lot done. 2.5 hours. That's not that short. Cats before hoes. Exactly. Cats before trees, more like. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean. I see how it is. Oh, what a leap. Gosh, that's the biggest one you've done. You're crazy. You're crazy. All right, everyone. It was fun. It was good to see you all. It was good chatting. Thanks for popping in. I enjoyed it. And I'll make sure to play with them enough. Yes, exactly. Cats need their love. I'll send you guys a picture on the Discord. All right, see you guys later.